Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today we are diving into our weekend stock analysis. First, we will look at which sectors have been outperforming over the last 1 month. And then we will try to zoom into a few sectors leading stocks and their technical charts. And finally, I'll show you how to use ChatGPT to identify growth opportunities. And let's get started. I will simply share my screen and we can get on a get on a page. So let me just minimize this and keep this somewhere else. So let's go into here. Let me just see. All right. So I use a tool called Stock Scans, and this is developed by SOIC Ish Mohit, and I really like this tool a lot. Whatever we will discuss in this video is not a buy and sell recommendation. So anytime you see a stock or any sector, please do not consider it as a buy and sell recommendation. Do your own study. So just a quick disclaimer on this. Now, what I do on a weekly or monthly basis, let's say 1 month is already over, and we would like to look at what happened in the last 1 month. So one of my favorite scan is market scans. So the moment you land on this page, like on stock scans, so you have multiple options on the top: scans, market scans, and custom index. I don't want to walk you through about the features of this tool. Uh, I'll simply share what I do. And if you go to market scan, under market scan, you have multiple options to filter or look at how the overall market is performing. So you have industry and the index. So if you click on the index, you can look at the index performance as well on a monthly and weekly or 3 months or 6 months time frame. And then you have industry. So generally, I spend more time on industry filtration performance criteria with regards to the relative performance versus Nifty 500. That gives me more idea about, like, okay, which sector is really doing great compared to the 1 monthly time frame. And if I have to track or catch the early trends, I look for a weekly time frame as well. So if I look at performance versus Nifty 500, and if I have to look at how many, but in terms of the percentage, how many companies are outperforming Nifty 500, and that gives me an idea about the relative performance, right? So, and I have added a filter, like I need at least 5 companies. So let's say if I just sort this column and I see that consumer electronics is on the top of this monthly time frame, out of 8 companies, each company have performed or beat the Nifty 500 in a monthly time frame. And cement, we have seen the results of cement companies in the recent past, and which is very obvious to show it here in the monthly time frame. And then we have pharma and then diagnostic sector. And then we have agrochemical, which was obviously expected, a rainy season, and hotel companies are also appearing. So, and then we have hospitals, right? So, take an example of hospital. Look at this, like almost if I'm allowed to round off this 77%, so out of like 18 companies, like almost 13 companies are uh, outperforming Nifty 500 in a monthly time frame. Just imagine this, right? So this gives you an idea about, and for further, what you can do is, let's look at, if I have to study further, what's happening, right, in this company, why they have outperformed Nifty 500 in a monthly chart. Just click on it, and you see the list of companies over here, right? And you look at other things as well, like if there are recent results announced, you can just put a filter directly over here. So you can just put a announcement and you can see, okay, I'm looking at the companies which have already announced the results as well. So you have those options available as well. Now, if I remove this and just click here, now let's say you do not know immediately, like what are the key growth triggers of these companies outperforming Nifty 500 on a monthly time frame. All you can do is just take a screenshot of this, right? Take a screenshot of this, uh, and this will cover our the part that I was highlighting, that how we can use chat gpt, right? Copy the image, You can use Claude, you can use ChatGPT, whichever is comfortable for you, you can use that. So let's look at ChatGPT. You can use Claude as well. So and so you can type it as you are. So you need to anytime, and I have mentioned this in my X account as well. Anytime you have to use the prompt, you have to have 5 elements in your prompt: role, the task of the LLM that I mean the task that you would like LLM to perform. The context is always optional. You can give a context, but not necessary. And the guideline and the output. These are the 5 things: role, task, context, guideline, and output. So you are one of the best equity analyst. You perform you perf, you perform the analysis of the sectors relatively doing well um, with regards to Nifty 500. Now, your task is to identify the key recent growth triggers of the attached companies, perform the analysis um, by using the available data over the internet, right? And make sure make sure your analysis is accurate. Now you're giving guidelines, right? So please summarize in a table format, adding the key reasoning. Uh, please feel free to ask questions. The reward is in your way if you do this task properly. All right. Now, this is the prompt. We can refine this prompt very well. We can add few more things. As I said, context is always optional, so you don't necessarily have to give context, but you can certainly add that. So now, this is how I do. So let's say even if I have to start looking at, right, do I really have to spend time on these companies to do a further analysis? I'll just use AI for further, the initial start of getting the ideas about it, right? So it is doing a crawl on the internet. Uh, exactly, it is looking all the website which you can see, and then it's going to give the output. And we will see some of the companies on the technical chart as well, how exactly it is behaving or showing or reflecting in the technical chart, right? So we can see that together as well. Have a patience with me. Yeah, it is performing the analysis. All right, perfect. Now you can see that here is a summary of key recent growth triggers for each of the EMS sector companies we provided, along with the main reasoning behind each driver. Now you can see that Dixon Technology, you can find out key recent growth triggers, right? Reasoning, you can find out Keynes Technology, you can find out Ember Enterprises, PG Electronic, Electroplast, right? And this is how you can find out more information. And then if you have further questions before even you deep dive and start further investigation or thorough fundamental analysis, you can look at other things as well, and you can put as a part of the prompt. Give a screener link as well, give a source as well, or else if you do not want to give a source, you can just give or tell the LLM model that, hey, look for available resources and make sure you use a keyword like the data or the analysis has to be accurate so that LLM recognize that very well. Now, take an example of let's say if I have to pick any of this on the technical chart. So let's go to the trading view. So I use trading view. which is my favorite. Don't look at the stocks that I have on the right side. Those are many other stocks that I look for. So let's say um, if I have to look PG, just randomly, I'm picking this up, and then I think we can pick something else as well. So not on a 15 minutes time frame, leave that part. I need to just reset this, reset view. All right, on a weekly chart. So if you look at on the weekly chart, and if I have to just summarize this, look at this. Look at the trend, right? So if you look at the trend from August 2020, it has not given a meaningful exit anywhere. So how peaceful drive or ride that you can have on this stock is, um, look at this. From here, you 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 have just uh, gone ahead and ride this journey, right? And if you look at on a monthly chart, so again the same thing. So this is how you ride the journey. And even the chart is also showing that this is an uptrend at the moment, probably a consolidating. After the result, you can see that it is consolidating at the moment. So um, it is consolidating at the moment. Look at this, right? So it has to probably, yeah, it is consolidating. And you can see that all the blue are that you see like pocket pivots, which means some institutional influx has that happened. And the red ones which you see are the probably a seller or trading, or the gray ones are the noise, like frequent buying and selling, like noise trading type. And this is the relative performance indicator that you see on this. So you can change this to 52, you can change to monthly, and then change the period as well. So you can see that this relative strength still strong. Look at this. From the time that we see this, it is continuously strong, right? Forget about this period for a moment. It is continuously strong. And even if it is down here, you don't see a meaningful volumes over here. So it's like a false. So this is how you ride the journey. And take an example of Dixon, take an example of any other stock. So this is how you confirm on the technical chart. And you can do a further analysis of con call. You can pick last two con calls, last five con calls, or three con calls to see what is the guidance. And in fact, the LLM model can do the LLM model can also perform the bull base and bear scenario for you, right? So this is how you play around with these. Now, if I look at for cement, I think the same thing with cement companies as well. You can take a screenshot, you can put it in an LLM model and ask for what are the key growth triggers, and then you can ask for more information. Um, yeah, I mean these are the things that I do most of the times, and I form analysis. I use LLM models, so mix of every tools those are available. uh, Technical analysis and the fundamental analysis, looking at the margins and the revenue and the PAT and how the valuation looks like. Always look valuation on the forward basis. Don't look at the TTM level, right? If there is a guidance on the forward basis by the management, and you see that it is management is meeting the guidance, and your valuation analysis is intact on the forward basis, always forward basis on the PEG or whatever the valuation metrics that you use, it has to be on the forward basis, right? So that's how you do the analysis, and you use those analysis to take a decision. Um, and most important, the other things is, and many other uh, best people out there on the X account and the industry, they talk about the allocation. Allocation is one of the major factors. How you allocate, how well you allocate, and how you play around with your risk, that can be managed through allocation. So make sure you have a proper allocation for anything that you would like to go ahead with your idea. So that's all I have. Probably I can look at the RRG chart as well. So let's look at the RRG chart. So the data will be updated on Monday. It doesn't get updated on a daily basis, so they have weekly updates of the data. So let's look at how the major indices. So I will be uploading another video on Monday, probably Monday or Tuesday, to see where are these indices. So as per our last video, we could see that Nifty Consumer Durables, which we can see that on the stock scans relative performance as well. Nifty Pharma is doing well. Nifty Healthcare Index is also doing well. I would be interesting to see Nifty IT, the status of Nifty IT on the RRG chart. But if you have to look at any company, so I have multiple watch lists created over here, and I can look at some of the. Let's look at. So if I have to, just a minute. If I have to look at, take an example of IT software, because this is the written down sector at the moment. So look at on the Nifty, right? Uh, yeah. So look at, I mean, if most of the stocks, like if I look at this, if I zoom out this, right? So 90% stocks are into improving, and most of them have in reduction in the RS momentum. Look at this, the arrow has turned down. So that means their momentum has reduced, and then it is coming down to the lagging. And very few of them are into leading. So if I look at the net web, yeah, the results were very good. On the forward basis, I think their AI usage have also increased. So looking forward to see if how it does. And then we have other companies as well here, right? NFL is also in the leading quadrant at the moment. So this is how you take an idea. Okay, overall industry wise, I think most of them are in improving, but if anything changes in future, they might turn into leading, or they might get into lagging, or again in the improving and then leading, right? So they go through a cycle. Now, if I look at defense and aerospace, let's look at defense and aerospace as well. What's the current status on defense and aerospace, right? So let's look at now. If I have to zoom out and look at this sector, look at, every stock in the leading is coming down to weakening. That means their RS momentum is becoming weak, and they are also losing relative strength. It is still not into lagging, but there could be chance that from weakening it may go into leading as well if they have the good RS and RS momentum. So that's how you can do analysis by using strike platform. And anyone who's interested can definitely go and use the link. I'll leave the partner program link over there, so you will get a 10% discount if you use my link. And then it's up to you. I mean, not necessary, but it's up to you. Play around with it and see if you like it. That's fine. You can use, otherwise, you can use other tools as well. So that's all I have for today. I hope you like this video. Please share your feedback, comments. I don't have video editing skills with me, so I'm just looking forward to get somebody who can do a better video and probably increase the quality of the video. So we'll definitely focus on that part as well. But right now, whatever the basic tools that I have, I'm just recording and uploading in the YouTube. So bear with me. Will definitely plan to improve this in future. And yeah, thank you so much for your time today, and thank you for watching the video. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.